I've been thinking a lot about dreams lately. Not the kind you have when you're asleep, but the ones that keep you up at night. The ones that get your heart racing, your mind running, your soul stirred up. The kind of dreams that make you nervous because they seem so big, so impossible, so far away. Too many people out here playing it safe, playing small, afraid to step out, afraid to fail. And I want to tell you right now, if your dream doesn't scare you, it's not big enough. But listen to me. Nothing great was ever achieved by staying comfortable. Nothing legendary was ever built on fear. So I'm here to tell you, dream big. And when you do, don't just sit there and hope it comes to you. Go get it. See, dreaming is easy. Everybody's got dreams. But the difference between the ones who make it and the ones who don't, it's that fire, that discipline, that relentless drive to chase it, even when it's hard. And it will be hard because life is going to test you. Life is going to throw obstacles in your way. It's going to knock you down, laugh at you, tell you you're not good enough, that you don't have what it takes. And that's the moment right there. That moment when you feel like giving up. That moment when it seems too tough, too painful, too impossible. That's the moment that separates the dreamers from the doers. Because the dreamers stop, but the doers, they rise. And let me tell you something. You don't rise by accident. You don't rise by wishing. You rise by working. You rise by showing up every single day and putting in the time, the sweat, the sacrifice. You rise by pushing past the doubt, past the fear, past the excuses. Michael Jordan got cut from his high school basketball team. They told him he wasn't good enough. He could have quit right there, but he didn't. He worked harder. He fought for it. Oprah, she got fired from her first TV job. They told her she wasn't fit for television. Can you believe that? But she didn't let that stop her. You got dreams? Then you better believe that at some point, someone's going to tell you that you can't do it. Someone's going to laugh. Someone's going to doubt you. And in that moment, you got to make a decision. Are you going to let them tell you who you are, or are you going to prove them wrong? See, most people don't fail because they don't have talent. They fail because they don't have the discipline to keep going. Success isn't about luck. It's about consistency. It's about commitment. It's about waking up every single day and doing the work even when nobody's watching. I'll tell you something else. If you don't have a why, you won't make it. What's your why? What's that thing that's going to push you when you're tired, when you're broke, when you're struggling? Because if you don't have a why, you'll quit when it gets hard. But if your why is strong enough, nothing can stop you. And let me tell you this, when you make it, and you will if you keep pushing, it's not just about you. See, dreams aren't just for you. Your dream is bigger than you. Somebody out there needs to see you win. Somebody out there needs to know it's possible. Somebody out there is waiting for you to step up, to be the example, to show them that they can do it too. So don't dream small, dream big. Dream so big that it scares you. Dream so big that people call you crazy. Dream so big that when you tell people what you're trying to do, they look at you like you've lost your mind. Because those are the kind of dreams that change lives. And when you get there, when you finally reach that dream, don't forget to reach back. Don't forget to pull somebody else up. Because that's what real success is. It's not about the money. It's not about the fame. It's about the impact. It's about leaving this world a little better than you found it. So dream big, work hard, and never, ever give up. Your future is waiting. Go get it. This speech should last about an hour when delivered with natural pauses, emotion, and emphasis. Hope this hits the mark. Want any tweaks? 2/2. You said, continue strong generation. ChatGPT said. And listen to me, when you dream big, you're going to face resistance. People will tell you to be realistic. They'll tell you to play it safe. They'll try to fit you inside a box because that's where they feel comfortable. But you weren't born to live in a box. You weren't born to be average. You weren't born to just exist, pay bills, and die. You were born to be great. You were born to do something that has never been done before, to create, to inspire, to push past the limits that other people accept. But greatness, it doesn't come easy. Greatness comes from sacrifice. Greatness comes from discipline. Greatness comes from doing the things that other people won't do, so you can live the life that other people will never have. And you have to understand, there is a price for everything. There is a price for success, and there is a price for failure. You choose which one you're willing to pay. Because let me tell you something, pain is temporary, but regret, that lasts forever. The pain of discipline, that pain of waking up early, staying up late, grinding when you don't feel like it, that pain will make you stronger. But the pain of regret, the pain of looking back one day and knowing you could have done more, could have tried harder, could have gone further, that pain will haunt you. So don't wait, don't make excuses, don't put your dream off for tomorrow, because tomorrow isn't promised. I've seen too many people take their dreams to the grave, too many people with talent, with potential, with a gift that could have changed the world, but they let fear stop them. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of stepping into the unknown. But listen to me, fear is a liar. Fear will paralyze you if you let it. Fear will steal your dreams. Fear will keep you in the same place year after year, wondering why your life hasn't changed. So you got to push past it. You got to walk by faith, not by sight. And faith is about action. Faith is working when you don't see results. Faith is showing up when you don't feel like it. Faith is believing in something before you see it happen. You got to act like the person you want to become before you become them. You got to walk in the room like you already belong there. You got to train like you've already won. Because success, it's not a matter of luck. It's a matter of preparation. When opportunity comes, will you be ready? Will you be ready when that door finally opens? Or will you still be making excuses? Still waiting for the right time? Still hoping somebody hands it to you? Let me tell you right now, nobody's going to hand it to you. Nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody's going to believe in your dream more than you. So if you want it, you got to go get it. You got to work harder than everyone else. You got to be the first one in and the last one out. You got to study, you got to practice, you got to put in the hours that nobody sees. Because when the lights come on, when the moment finally arrives, it's too late to prepare then. The time to prepare is now. So I'm asking you, how bad do you want it? How bad do you really want it? Because if you kind of want it, you'll kind of work for it. If you sort of want it, you'll sort of show up. But if you want it like you need air to breathe, if you want it like it's the only thing that matters, then nothing, and I mean nothing, will stop you. Not the struggle, not the setbacks, not the failures, not the disappointments. Because let me tell you, failure is part of the process. Failure isn't the opposite of success. Failure is the path to success. Every great person you admire, every legend, every icon, every leader, they failed more times than you can count. They lost before they won. They struggled before they succeeded. They doubted themselves. They questioned everything. They had moments where they wanted to quit. But the difference? They didn't. They kept going. They learned from every failure. They got stronger with every loss. And that's what I need you to do. Because listen, there are people watching you. There are people depending on you. Your family, your friends, that kid who looks up to you, that person who needs to see someone like them make it so they believe they can too. So you don't have time to quit. You don't have time to doubt yourself. You don't have time to waste another year, another month, another day just dreaming about it, but never doing it because the clock is ticking. So you got to move. You got to hustle. You got to put your heart into it. And when you do, when you give it everything you have, when you refuse to quit, when you push through every obstacle, every setback, every doubt, you will look back one day and realize you made it. And it wasn't because you were lucky. It wasn't because it was easy. It was because you refused to stop. So dream big, work hard, and go make it happen. This takes the speech even further, keeping it powerful, relentless, and motivating in Denzel style. Let me know if you want me to keep it going or refine any part. You said, continue, strong generation. ChatGPT said, and let me tell you something else. When you make it, when you finally reach that mountaintop, don't you dare forget the climb. Because the climb, that's where you were made. The struggle, that's where your strength came from. The nights you wanted to quit, the mornings you didn't feel like getting up, the days when nobody believed in you but you still kept going, that's what built you. So when you succeed, don't just celebrate, remember. Remember what it took. Remember the sacrifices. Remember the pain, the sweat, the tears. Because if you forget that, you'll start to think success is easy. You'll start to think you don't have to work anymore. You'll get comfortable. And comfort is the enemy of greatness. The second you stop growing, the second you stop pushing, the second you start thinking you've made it, that's when you start losing. You see, champions don't just win once. Champions keep winning because they never stop working. Tom Brady didn't stop after one Super Bowl. Serena Williams didn't stop after one Grand Slam. Denzel Washington didn't stop after one Oscar. They kept grinding. They kept perfecting their craft because success is never owned, it's rented, and the rent is due every single day. So you got to ask yourself, are you willing to pay that rent? Are you willing to keep working, keep learning, keep evolving, even after you start winning? Because I promise you this, somebody out there is hungrier than you. Somebody out there is working harder. Somebody out there is grinding in the dark, waiting for their moment. And if you're not careful, if you start slacking, if you start thinking you've arrived, somebody out there is going to take your spot. So stay humble, stay hungry. And when you get to the top, don't pull the ladder up behind you. Reach back and help somebody else climb. Because real success isn't about what you have. It's about what you give. It's about how many lives you change. It's about how many people you inspire. It's about making an impact that lasts longer than you do. You think Martin Luther King Jr. marched for himself? You think Muhammad Ali fought just for a title? You think Nelson Mandela endured all those years in prison just so he could say he survived? No, they did it for something bigger than themselves. And that's what I need you to understand. Your dream, your big dream, it's not just about you. It's about your family. It's about your community. It's about every person who needs to see that someone like them can make it. Because when you win, you don't just win for yourself. You win for the people who never had the chance. You win for the kid who grew up in the same neighborhood as you, wondering if it's possible. You win for the person who's about to give up, but sees your success and decides to keep going. You win for the people who came before you, the ones who fought and sacrificed so you could have this opportunity. So don't waste it. Don't waste your gift. Don't waste your potential. Don't waste the time you've been given on this earth playing small, playing scared, playing safe. Because one day you're going to wake up and realize you don't have any more time left. And when that day comes, when you look back at your life, what will you see? Will you see someone who gave it everything? Will you see someone who took risks, who chased their dreams, who left nothing on the table? Or will you see someone who played it safe? Someone who let fear win? Someone who had a dream but never did anything about it? Because if you don't chase your dream, you know what happens? You spend the rest of your life working for someone who did. And I don't know about you, but I'd rather fail chasing my dream than succeed at living somebody else's. So this is your moment. Right here, right now. Breakthrough. This is your time. No more waiting. No more excuses. No more I'll do it tomorrow. Because tomorrow is not promised. The only thing you have is today. So go after it. Go all in. Give it everything. And when the world tells you that you can't, you look them dead in the eye and say, "Luck me." Because this is just the beginning. This keeps the fire burning, pushing deeper into motivation, accountability, and legacy. It's relentless, just like Denzel's delivery. Let me know if you want even more. You said, give me a conclusion with a powerful message. ChatGPT said, so here we are. You've heard the message, you felt the fire. Now the question is, what are you going to do with it? Because words mean nothing without action. Motivation, it fades if you don't move on it. So don't just leave here inspired, leave here committed. Committed to your dream, committed to your vision, committed to being the best version of yourself, no matter what it takes. And let me leave you with this. When it's all said and done, when your time on this earth is up, people won't remember what you had. They won't remember the money. They won't remember the cars, the clothes, the likes, the followers. They'll remember what you did. They'll remember the lives you touched. They'll remember the impact you made. So make it count. Make your life mean something. Because when you dream big, when you work hard, when you refuse to quit, when you lift others as you climb, you don't just change your life, you change the world. Now go out there and make it happen.